Let's get this next person up here. Please, everybody, only do send a guest request. Again, if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. How old are you?
27. 27.
Do you support Trump?
I do.
Election held today, Harris versus Trump. Who would you rather vote for?
Trump all the way, 100%.
Have I talked to you recently?
You told me to come back because I said the W drug word, and I waited a couple days, came back.
Oh, okay. Alrighty.
Yeah, we didn't get a chance to fully debate our points here, but I'll watch my language to the best of my ability.
Are you walking to the
yes.
bath?
No, you want me to turn my camera on?
No, you don't have to. I'm just like, whenever I hear people walking, they're pretty much always walking to the bathroom. So go ahead, though.
Yeah, no. So I do support Donald Trump. I am a first-generation American, and I'm so thankful for this country. I feel like a lot of you people who've been here for ages have absolutely disrespected this country by letting the Democratic Party take over.
Wait, by first generation, do you mean that you yourself immigrated this country? You weren't born here, or your parents immigrated here and then you're first generation after them?
My grandparents immigrated here, and my parents were born there, but they came here too. But my grandparents were the one who brought our family here. But I was born here. I'm first generation born here.
Okay, makes sense.
Raised here, went to the school system.
Okay.
So pretty much.
And you think people don't do what?
I think Democrats don't respect this country enough to actually uphold the Constitution properly. And
so you support the guy who called for the termination of all rules, regulations, and articles, even those found in the Constitution?
Wait, what? Say that again?
So you support a guy that called for the termination of all rules, regulations, and articles, even those found in the Constitution?
I don't know what you're referring to specifically here.
Trump explicitly, because he didn't like the election results in 2020, right, in 2022, said and called for the termination of all rules, regulations, and articles, even those found in the Constitution, because he didn't like the election results.
He didn't like the election results, or he thought that they were cheating? Because that's different than just not liking the results.
Yeah, he thought that they were cheating, which he had no evidence for.
I think that's a pretty fair reason to if you speculate there's cheating going on, you should stand up about it. So I do respect that, actually.
Okay,
and
well,
I think
he was wrong, and there's no evidence for it. So,
well, I really I'm not an election denier, but it could go either way because knowing these Democrats, they're a bunch of cheaters, especially here in California. I don't know where you're at.
I live in California.
Oh, you do? So you know about our corrupt government here.
Oh, really? What rigging do you think happened?
Well, for example, the fires that happened recently, obviously our government doesn't care about our well-being.
No, I'm asking, you said specifically they do a lot of rigging out here. What rigging?
So it would be fraud. There's just a lot of fraud going on for some reason.
In what election?
It doesn't necessarily have to be elections. It's money. They steal a lot of government money, use it for personal gain.
So they're using government money for personal needs. So you want to audit these federal programs?
I would love to audit these programs.
I don't have an issue with you on that, but more progressive candidates want to audit, right? For example, you must support Nithya Raman, right, for mayor in LA because she wants to audit the programs.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, I don't know who Nithya Raman is, but it doesn't sound like that's not a bad idea, sure. If you're going to audit, do it properly.
Okay, so you support the more progressive and more left-wing candidate in Los Angeles?
Well, that one policy, I don't have a problem with saying you guys have good policies here and there, but overall, if I'm going to choose a candidate, it's not going to be for one policy. Though that is a good policy.
Okay, wait, say that one more time, sorry?
So I do agree with that one policy, but that's not enough to get my vote for that candidate. So I would actually look at a bunch of things. So maybe they're good in that area, but bad in another area. Overall, I'm most likely voting Republican in California because I align more with them.
Okay, Republican. So who are you voting for in California that's Republican?
What's that one guy's name? I don't remember his name fully, but
you don't even know who you're voting for?
I think I forget his name. It's something Pratt, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he's not even in the election. Do
Then
you live
whatever,
in
bro.
LA City?
Yes, I live in Los Angeles.
Like the city?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. So then you can vote.
not LA, LA. I live in
LA County.
the Valley, the Valley.
Yeah, so you can't vote in the mayoral election because you don't live in LA City.
Okay, then so then I'm sure that's not going to affect me at all. But as far as voting in general, I go Republican all the way, and I hope to see all of California wake up and see how much they destroyed our beautiful state,
Yeah,
and they did destroy
that's
our state.
ridiculous for you to argue. Our state hasn't been destroyed by Democrats. Our country is being destroyed by Republicans right now. Okay?
No, homelessness is rising here, and it's absolutely appalling because
It's rising across the entire country. Do you think that Trump has done anything to address it?
I think he's getting around to it as soon
Yeah,
as we're
what
done with
name
these
one
four.
Trump policy to reduce homelessness in the country?
Well, he's making jobs, so if the homeless people get off
We've
their,
seen unemployment increase, sir.
I think we can argue that there's an increase in employment
Nope. We've seen
since Trump.
unemployment increase. Since Trump got in office, unemployment has gone up.
I have to really fact check. I don't
Yeah.
want to just take your
The
words on it.
unemployment rate is higher now than what it was when Biden was in office at the very end. So the unemployment rate that Trump inherited was lower than what it
Yeah.
is now.
Okay. So let me ask you this: like, if the election was held, would you vote for Trump again, or would you vote for Trump or Kamala?
Kamala Harris. What?
Because you know why?
Of course. Like,
There's
why would I vote
okay.
for Trump?
She's just very underqualified. She seemed to like have a lot. She had a
Wait, can you tell me
terrible.
what are qualifications to be president?
You have to be of age and you have to be a citizen, but um,
So what are qualifications that you look for? Because you said she's not qualified yet she meets those characteristics. So tell me
right.
specifically what qualifications do you look for that she
Okay.
does not have?
So I would instead of qualifications, I'd use the word qualities. So the qualities I
Wait,
would look
what?
for is,
So not qualifications instead qualities?
well, okay, fine. I will still look for
She is
qualities.
very qualified. You just don't like some of her qualities.
I don't like her qualities. I don't like. I need my president to have integrity. I need my president
Really,
to
Trump's
have.
got integrity, right?
Yes, he does.
Yeah, like no
Trump
new
is
wars, repeal and replace the ACA, build the wall,
hey
make Mexico pay for it, release all the Epstein files, reduce electricity prices by
mhm,
50% within a
right,
year,
right.
reduce housing prices,
Well, it takes
get
two
rid
to
of income
tango.
tax.
It takes two to tango. All right, the wars are not our fault. It's their
Trump
fault for
started the
doing.
war, sir.
Well, Trump had to start that war
No, he
because
didn't.
really, when they're screaming "unalive" to America and all that, and they're doing all those things to Israel, you think Trump didn't have to step in? That's weird. Why would you think that?
Wait, sorry, say that one more time.
Okay, Iran has been heating things up over there. Trump stepped in only after the conflict between them, Israel, just the whole peace in the Middle East thing that Trump was trying to establish. You think that Trump started those conflicts initially before America jumped in? He didn't start it. He ended it.
Okay, so Trump is the one who started the conflict with Iran. You cannot deny that.
Yeah, but Iran started the conflict with Israel,
Wait, say that one more
and
time.
Iran started the conflict with
No,
Israel
no. U.S. Israel attacked Iran.
for the nuclears, right? The nuclear developments they were on. So,
No, 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 no. This was after that.
anyways, I'm sure you don't know anybody from Iran. I know a lot of people from Iran who are super happy with Trump that he's doing that, and he's liberating the women there. If you're so pro woman,
He's not
you should.
liberating any women. He's not doing regime change. There isn't complete change of the government there. He's losing the war with Iran. He's put us in a worse position. We've gained nothing from the war. We have U.S. military service members' lives that have been lost. We have
Okay,
Iranian civilians' lives that have been lost. We have
okay,
no nuclear agreement. We've got nothing. We're not liberating anyone. These are all claims they use every single time to justify going to war. They claim, oh, weapons of mass destruction. They claim, oh, we're liberating the people. And you want to know what happens? Fucking none of it. Every time. Name a single time in the modern era that happened. I'm waiting.
okay. So,
Didn't happen in Afghanistan. Didn't happen in Iraq.
fine,
Didn't happen for Iran.
Okay, I feel more comfortable talking about my family's country if that's possible, and all the things Trump did for our country if that's fine with you. Because if we go to Iran and other places, I'm not as well versed in it. But when it comes to my own country, I could say Trump has been really like a blessing to have as a president of the United States because he did bring peace to my country and the neighboring countries around us.
Wait, what countries?
In the neighboring countries around my country, he
What
brought peace.
countries are those?
The Caucasus countries, the Caucasus. So like it would
Wait,
be
your country isn't the U.S.?
my family's country of origin is not the U.S. My country
Is
is.
that your country?
Um, I I I look at it like as I love that country, so I'm
I'm gonna be
America
honest with
first.
you. Like my girlfriend's parents are from Mexico, but I don't think she would consider Mexico her country.
You should ask her. You should say, "Hey, do you consider Mexico your country?" Like
No,
that's a good question.
she would consider it like her family's country of origin, but she wouldn't consider it her country.
Okay, I guess it's
Like
like a
her country is the
pride thing.
U.S.
I guess it's a pride thing. I'm just proud of where we come from, where our
Yeah, that
history.
makes sense. But like, I was just saying, like, when you designate it your country, like, have you
No, I'm
lived?
not even a
I guess
citizen
like
there. I'm
my
not.
question would be is like, have you lived there? Are you a dual citizen? Or
Never. I no, I'm not. I'm. I never. Actually, to be honest
yeah,
with you, my
typically people say like that it's your country if you're like a citizen, you live there or something like
right,
that.
right,
But
right.
like, I
It's
mean,
just
you
my
could say
people. I
your
don't do
country. I
that.
understand what you're saying. I was just genuinely curious because I was like, how
Yeah.
are you
No,
using it?
that makes sense. That's a fair question. Dual citizenships exist, and you don't know where people's loyalties lie. No, no. I've actually, to be honest with you, the first time I'm going to my country is this September. So I've never been there, and I'm gonna go
Like, can
this
I give you an
September.
example? Like, do you think someone who like immigrated from like the UK would like their parents did, and then they lived in the US their whole life? Do you think it would make sense to say that their country is the UK?
I think it would make sense if, like, depending on context, like if they're talking about the UK and it's like within context, yes, but like if you're saying it's your country over the U.S., that would probably be wrong
Okay.
because obviously I'm America first. Like even if it comes down to if America went to war with my family's country of origin, I would support America, not them.
Okay, all right. The whole separate point. The point was just like what I was just saying is like typically when people mean like their country, they mean like the country they live in or whatever. Like it's not even like that you like aren't proud of your ethnic roots, for example, because you could be proud of like the country you came from while simultaneously like saying that your country is the U.S. But I mean, I
Fine,
sorry, it's a really like small linguistic thing. I was just
fine.
curious.
I'll fix that and
No,
fine.
it's nothing you need to fix. I was just saying it because I was just curious because it's like linguistically how I use the terms.
Fine, fair enough, fair enough. I just for seeing what Trump did for my country, and if it's not a problem to say my country, that for me is like, oh hell yeah, Trump! Like, not only are you making America great, you're making the world a safer place by uh, I forget the word, but you're making the world a safer place, not just America. So I really respect that on Trump. No other president of the United States bothered, because it's such a small country, bothered to even step in and help us out. And Trump did it. So God bless that man.
Okay. So and you're willing to support him because of that, right?
Oh, that's one of the reasons. Yes, that's a big one. That's one of the reasons.
Okay. And do you think that he's done that across the world, or is it just in this one specific instance that he's done that?
I I heard he's done it like I forget the country, but I've heard he's done it in somewhere, some country in Africa. Um, I forget the country though, but I think
But like
there's
he has
multiple
started
countries.
war, do you agree? He has started conflict. He has distanced us from our allies, right?
Uh, yes, in the most like primitive like answer without getting in depth of with there's more to it than just him starting a war. It's a very necessary war that he had to do.
Yeah. Why did we have to do the war?
Which one with Iran?
Yeah.
So I feel like we had to do it for the safety of our allies and our troops that are over there, and just in general, like uh, not letting a certain regime absolutely like I don't know, um, cause war crimes, do terrible things like that of that nature.
So we want to prevent countries from committing war crimes. So why don't we do that with Israel?
I believe Trump did actually condemn Netanyahu for some of his actions
Not for war
recently.
crimes. You know, Trump's threatened to commit war crimes himself on multiple occasions, and his administration has, I would argue, right, based upon the double tap they did in the Southern Caribbean.
The double tap? Are you referring to the targeting
The
the boats?
DRUG boats? Yeah. So they claim they are DRUG boats, but don't provide evidence for it. And even so, if they were, it doesn't make sense that they did so in this context because they struck the boats. The boats were inoperable. They couldn't have been used to bring that stuff to the United States. And yet, instead of going and detaining the people that were left there, they double tapped it and murdered them after they were clinging to the bottom of the boat for like 40 minutes.
Uh, I don't know. I think they're very wrong for bringing in that garbage into our country. Like, it's really ruining lives, families.
So then, how do you feel about Donald Trump pardoning the ex-president of Honduras that was convicted of trafficking 400 tons of sea drug to our country?
I look. I don't. I'm not gonna condemn somebody for trying to make our country safe. All right. Like at the end of the day, he did what he had to do. Like,
Listen, I said, how do you feel about Donald Trump pardoning the ex-president of Honduras that was convicted of trafficking over 400 tons of sea drug to our country?
oh, I have no. I'm not. I don't know about that. I never heard that he pardoned that guy.
Yeah, the ex-president of Honduras that was convicted in the U.S. for trafficking 400 tons of sea drug to our country.
That's like that. I have to really fact check that. I never heard that, man. Why am I only hearing these things from you, dude?
Because the right-wing media won't tell you. This is why this platform is relevant, because you wouldn't hear this otherwise.
Again, I have to fact check you. If I had my laptop with me, I would.
Go
But
ahead and look it up on your phone right now. I promise you, you'll find it within one Google search.
I'm gonna get teacup by doing that. So
You know you won't. And if you do, I'll add you right back up. Alrighty, did you give it a second for him to find this
okay,
information? Did you find it?
okay. So yeah, I did find it, and okay, you're correct. You're right.
Okay. Well, so then, given that that's true, how do you feel about it?
Um, I feel that it doesn't sound like it doesn't sound like a Trump move, to be honest. But if he did it, I'm sure he had his reasons. But I don't want it to sound like I'm just deriding over here because I'm not. I think I would assume he has a reason to do that. I don't know too much about
He
that.
claimed it
I
was
read it.
because of a false conviction, which there's no evidence to support.
Oh, okay. So false conviction. I didn't read that part. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I don't know, man. I think at the end of the day, I'm America first. If it's gonna be between him or I'm gonna go with the lesser evil, which is him.
How?
Uh, how? Well, you're talking about it was between him and Biden. Biden dropped out, and then Kamala came, and she was talking about using our money to sex changes of illegal immigrants. That's crazy,
I have a
man.
question. Would you ever support a candidate that explicitly used taxpayer funds for gender affirming care for members of the military?
Probably not, dude.
You wouldn't? So what if I told you that Trump did that?
Trump, you're saying Trump supported sex changing in the military?
Specifically the use of giving members of the military TRT, giving them testosterone replacement therapy.
I mean,
Yeah, taxpayer funded right there. So you don't support Trump, right?
I think that honestly, like, I feel bad because when you do that to mentally ill people, it's like you're taking advantage of them. And if the government's trying to help that, that's like you should be helping in a different way. Not
Yeah, gender affirming care alleviates the mental illness of gender dysphoria. That's a separate conversation from what we're talking about right now. We're just talking about gender affirming care in the context of what they're giving in terms of the military, which is for testosterone supplementation.
okay, fair. So
New
okay,
York, think of the
fine. So
galaxy. So that's
so
still
he's
gender
doing
affirming care. You said you wouldn't support a candidate that used taxpayer funds for gender affirming care in the military. So it seems like you wouldn't support Trump, right?
if that was actually true, I would be very angry about that
It
statement.
is true.
Can I Google that one too? Give me
Yeah, go
one
ahead.
minute.
Look up Trump Hegseth TRT for military. New York, thank you for the galaxy. Thank you very much. Sergi, thank you very much for the $5. Thank you very much. You can track how far along Trump is with Project 2025 at project2025.observer. Well, thank you very much. So, Xavier, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the $2. Thank you. For this, the DNC sleeper agent. Mention the DNC more to receive your next paycheck. We appreciate your efforts in creating the DNC and creating the DNC world order. Love you. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I'll make sure to mention the DNC more, to make sure to get my DNC payments. Well, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I wondered where they've been recently. I wonder where they've been. The DNC payments. They've not been coming through anymore. Every single time they tell me it's coming, they're not coming actually. So thank you very much. The Dean NC, okay? The Dean NC, actually. I'm going to talk about it all the time. We'll bring it up every day, okay? Dean NC, actually, okay? By the way, if you're on YouTube, hit that thumbs up. It'll help get out to more people. If you're on TikTok,
Okay.
tap that screen. We're going to be on live until around 1:45 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, everyone, today.
So that one says that it was Biden era and Trump actually ended it.
What was Biden era and Trump ended it?
That TRT
No, you're
military.
wrong. You're reading. What are you reading? Tell me the title. I'll tell you a title of an article if you want. Like, if you look up Trump TRT military, the first thing that comes up is Hegseth orders mandatory testosterone screening, optional TRT for troops 30 and older.
Okay, look, we'll get into this. I don't want to do this whole Google come back.
It's not. That's all you have to look up.
Okay, I'll look into that, man. I just want to like test what I already have within my brain right now. Because if I go Googling things left and right now for you, it's gonna make the whole audience more pissed than they already are, bro. And how? Because like they want to see what we know are like anyone could Google things. Why do I have to be the Google guy? Let me just be the one who
I'm not
talks
asking you to
from
be
the heart.
Google. I'm giving you a source for that information so you can take a look at it.
I will. I've noted your source,
Wait.
and I've
I mean, do they scare you? Do sources scare you or something?
no, not at all, man. I'm like, I saw my source, I read what I read, and now I have to check yours out, I guess. And
Yeah, it'll take like 15 seconds, dude.
fine, tell me the title one more time, just so I get it correct. DOD.
Yeah. It says Hegseth orders mandatory screening, a testosterone screening, optional TRT for troops 30 and older.
Okay, so question: what is this test like? So the testing itself is, what do they do with the test information, like the results?
What do you have to? Sorry, you have to say what? Say it again.
What do they do after? So they do the test for 30 and older, right? For the testosterone.
Yeah, it's screening. They do the screening and then they give you optional TRT if you want.
Okay, so they give you optional TRT if you don't make the cut because they want you to be a certain level of.
Oh, Parker for the middle name, actually. I'm just kidding. Go ahead. You were saying?
Parker, I see it. All right, there's things that you like to twist up and make it look like Trump's funding some sort of gender transformations, but he's not. All right, this is just a military test where if people are low, we want to make sure that they're good with their numbers. It's for male and female. It's not like just for female only gender thing. It's nothing to do with gender here. It's just a test to check people's testosterone count. That's it.
Yeah, and then
You know
they
why?
give you optional TRT if you want, which uses taxpayer funds for gender affirming care.
Okay, but do you know? Okay, but that's not gender affirming care, sir. That's like, do you know why this is happening? Because we don't, and to put this in a soft way. I mean, not a soft way. In a, yeah, this is a soft way. We don't want pansies in our military. So what do we do?
What
We
is
give
that
them
supposed to
some-
mean?
That means you need to have your testosterone up, bro. If you're gonna be running those obstacle courses, if you're gonna be running around with backpacks that are heavier
So
than,
should Trump be taking testosterone?
dude, Trump is not in the military.
Okay, but he needs to be a little bit more up in it. And then also, why are we only doing it for the men and not the women? Why was that the case?
To be honest,
And
if
no
it
one
was up
yes.
to me, women should not even be in the military
Oh, there we go. Why?
because women are more valuable. They should be at home safe. Safety first, man. We got to protect our women.
Yeah. That sounds like you just want to control women. It's not that you want to keep women safe. It's that you want to control them. Do you think women have enough agency to keep themselves safe?
I feel like they could, but
Do you
wouldn't they
think women have
rather have
enough agency to keep themselves safe?
to a degree? Yes,
Why just to a degree?
because a question like that, like, what are you talking about here? Keep themselves safe against what? Eventually, when the threat gets big enough, they're gonna need the boys to step in, right?
No, no, I think that like if someone wants to be in the military, they can. There's nothing wrong with women being in the
Fine, but I'm
military.
saying if it
And
was,
I
it's not up
guarantee
to me
most
though.
women in the military would beat the fuck out of you.
Okay, I call cap on that one,
I
but
don't.
I do, and I honestly like. I think I could beat you in a boxing fight, but
Yeah, because
that's
I do nothing. I literally
I
don't
see.
do anything. So is that supposed to be like a fucking win?
Okay, but even the military girls, bro,
They will
I
beat the
would
fuck out
fight
of you,
them.
bro.
No, they won't,
Yeah, they
bro.
would, bro. Let's be honest.
No, you know nothing about my martial arts history, bro. I'm a master, bro. I'm a fucking
What belt are
master.
you?
I don't do belt training stuff. I'm an MMA fighter. We don't do
Okay.
belts.
Okay. And how long have you been doing that?
10 plus years.
Okay. You got an ego, and with the women in the military would beat the fuck out of you. So
I
cope.
mean, dude, listen. I
Cope.
trained.
Cope.
No, no, no. I'm not gonna lie to you. I trained, and you could look it up at Highest on MMA, where we pretty much made Ronda Rousey, and she was beating up all the boys there. So yes, there are the not all the boys besides the UFC fighter males would destroy her, but like
Did
all
she
the
destroy
other.
you?
I never fought with her, but
Do you think she would
she
have?
would. Yeah, for sure, dude. Come on, she's a Olympic judo like
Yeah, she
champion,
would
bro.
beat the fuck out of you, right?
Yeah, but that's not the military does not train people to be Olympic level judoists, bro. Like I will body
Wait, dude,
every
but
single.
that's not the method of fighting. Okay, they train people to fight in the manner in which they will fight, which
Oh, I see.
oftentimes means using drones, oftentimes means using military armament, right? It means
Yeah.
being able to deal with that type of stuff, which means women can absolutely use that type of modern
But
technology
do
to
you think the
destroy
fight
you.
do you think the
That's
fight
how it
IQ
works.
is
That's
the
how the
same?
military works.
Is fighting IQ the same between male and females? Fight IQ? For example,
Fight
like
IQ. I think women have higher EQ on average and higher IQ on average.
yeah, but I feel like okay, this is gonna sound really like dumb, but any military woman you put against me in Call of Duty, for example, is getting wrecked.
In
And
Call
Call of
of
Duty,
Duty,
it's like a war simulator. And
I
because my
I
fight,
promise you, I would dog walk you in Call of Duty.
no,
One,
you wouldn't,
and
bro.
two, I
What?
guarantee I can find a bunch of women that would dog walk you in
No,
COD.
without cheats, without cheats.
Yes, dude.
No,
There's a
bro.
bunch of women that would dog walk you. You're totally
No,
trolling,
bro.
bro.
No, not without cheats, bro.
What do you mean no, no,
They,
they will destroy you.
impossible. You don't even know who I am. You probably seen me in the lobbies, but I'm that
Who the
guy, bro.
fuck are you, bro? What do you mean know who I am,
I'm
bro?
so I go by Grim Reaper. Okay, I'm a beast. All right, I'm fucking maxed out. Got dark matter, everything, bro. I don't want to get into this, my brother.
On
I'll
BO7
destroy
or
you,
what are you
bro.
playing on?
I don't play anymore, but I used to play on BO6, and then I stopped playing because they added
So
bullshit
you're washed.
grapples. Bro, listen, I'm a businessman, bro. I got
So
work
you're
to do.
washed, bro. You're washed.
Bro, I don't play video games, bro. Like
So then
that's
why are
that.
you saying that you're better because you can beat a woman in a video game?
No, no, I'm saying like my IQ. Like I would be running circles
Your
around them.
IQ? No, your IQ is not high. What are you talking
My
about?
fight IQ is insane,
I'm running
Parker.
circles around you right now.
No, you're not, bro.
I
You
really
haven't.
am.
How, bro? By referencing one article I didn't hear about until now.
Giving you sources that disprove you, questioning your position so that you have no logical basis for it.
Let me ask you this: why do you think it's okay? Why is it that okay? Let me rephrase it. Why does your party? And I know you guys are not all like in sync with this, but still, it comes from your party. Reserved to like those type of like what you just did, attacks, political violences. Why do you guys do that, bro? Can you just have like a decent
Sir, you just said that you don't want women in the military because
for their
you could beat them in
safety?
COD.
No, because of their safety. I would rather have them, right? Aren't women like valuable and shouldn't we be protecting them? Why would you want them in the military, Parker? If you loved women, why, bro? If you
Because
love women, why do
women
you
are
want them to
valuable
compete?
and they have agency and they can make their own decisions for themselves. And if they want to
Okay.
be a member of the military, they can.
Okay. You
For some
think
reason, you're acting like you considering women to not have the right or the freedom to go into the military is you valuing women. And I think that's you not valuing women. That's you
okay, I
wanting to
think it's
control
not
women.
you. I think it's you not valuing women. Okay, Trump, for example, he's
You
really
want
with
women to
this.
be subservient to men because you think you're better at making
No,
these determinations for women on whether they could be able to
really.
go into the military or not. Yeah.
Says the one who thinks that people who change their genders could compete with women in sports. Man, that's not fair to women,
Name
bro.
one trans woman that was dominating women's sports that Trump's executive order prevented from dominating.
I don't know any
There
trans.
is no example
I don't
because
know
it was
any
just
women.
virtue signaling bullshit that you guys were creating in order to try to make a big deal about it.
I don't know
Less
any
than
women
1% of the
athletes.
population is trans. Less than 1% of 1% of the population are trans athletes. Okay?
Okay, fine, but still,
They're
you're
a
gonna.
very small portion of society. This should be dealt with by local sports organizations, not the federal government.
I know it shouldn't be dealt with the government. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, why would you support them being there? They should not be
Because
there.
they're not dominating. There's no reason to prevent them from playing.
Dude, they should play against their own selves. Why are they going against our
Their own.
girls? That
What
makes
is that
no
even?
sense.
Play alone? Like what?
Play against other transgenders. Why
There's
are you
not enough
gonna?
trans people around the entirety of the US in order to have entire leagues in specific areas just with only trans people.
Dude, then are you serious? Then are bro, what the hell? So we're gonna completely just bend our reality for them? There's
This
not
isn't
enough.
bending reality at all.
It is, bro. They're
Do
fighting
you
against
watch
our
women's
girls,
sports?
bro. I don't.
So then why the fuck do you care?
Because I care about their well-being. I don't have to watch it
Then
to
why do
be
you
like,
support a rapist for the Oval Office? Why do you support a guy that bragged about walking into the changing rooms of naked women while they're changing without the consent, where two 18-year-olds came out, said there were four girls as young as 15 years old in these changing rooms where Donald Trump would barge in? Why do you support a guy that prevented women from having
I've
access to
heard.
abortion in a bunch of states around the U.S., including women who have been assaulted, children who have been assaulted?
Okay, which one of those points do you want? Because like at the end, you said like five different things there, and
Any of
they've
them.
all been
Pick and choose.
debunked,
Pick your
man.
favorite.
Okay, I don't have a favorite, but they're all just as garbage as the other. Because
Really?
yeah, because
The only
Trump
garbage
didn't.
is the one in this call, you.
Oh, nice, just another casual insult. I've been nothing but friendly, nice.
Sir, you just called it garbage.
I called the points you made garbage, not you. You're calling me garbage, bro. What if
Sir,
somebody
the
takes it
points
to
aren't
heart?
garbage.
Dude, you're telling me Trump walked in on some people changing? They were
Just
fully
last time.
clothed. They were clothed fully. They're in a
Wait,
dressing
he said no clothes.
room.
He himself said no clothes on.
I don't think that's the case.
You want me to play the clip?
Play the clip. Play the clip, Parker.
All right.
Making shit up, bro. Common
You think I'm
Democrat.
making shit up? Listen.
Pageant, it's your obligation to do that.
So you have done that. Now, tell
Well,
me
I'll
what
tell you the funniest is that I'll go backstage before a show.
Yes.
And everyone's getting dressed and ready and everything else. And, no men are anywhere. And I'm allowed to go in because I'm the owner of the pageant, and therefore I'm inspecting it. I'm inspecting. I want to make sure that
You're like a
everything
doctor.
is good.
You're there.
Yeah, the dress. Is everyone okay? They're standing there with no clothes. Is everybody okay? And you see these incredible-looking women. And so I sort of get away with things like that.
Yeah, tell
Where
me
did
I'm
he say
lying
they're
again.
naked? Where did he say they're naked?
No clothes on. I'll play it
He
again.
didn't say no
And I want to make
clothes.
sure that
You're like a
everything is
doctor.
good.
You're there.
Yeah, the dress. Is everyone okay? They're standing there with no clothes. Is everybody?
There.
Yeah, the
Oh,
dress.
it's
Is
standing there
everyone
with no
okay?
clothes right there.
They're standing there
All right,
with no
pause it,
clothes.
dude.
Is everybody? Want to make sure that
You're like a
everything is
doctor.
good.
You're there.
Yeah, the
Okay,
dress. Is
all right,
everyone
he-
okay?
he didn't
They're
even
standing there
finish
with
the
no
word
clothes.
clothes,
Is
by
there-
the way.
What are they standing there with? No.
Clo-
What is that?
He said like that. He said like clo. He barely said it.
Yeah. So then what was he saying?
Fine. Okay, fine, bro. Everything someone says on Howard Stern's podcast is not.
Okay,
end all
so
be
now,
all.
so now it's not that he didn't say it. It's now that him saying it on Howard Stern's podcast isn't a big deal. Do you see how you would just immediately backtrack?
Bro, because you're making it like
You
a
try to
mountain
act
out of a
like you come
molehill.
on these lives so genuine, right, in this situation,
Mm-hmm.
but then you literally are like incredibly dishonest with your argumentation. Right? Because immediately, as soon as I prove you wrong on your point, you find out some other random excuse like, "Oh, it's just Howard Stern's show. People say horrible thing on Howard Stern's show all the time." That doesn't mean it's
Listen,
justified for him
I-
to say the horrible things.
No, listen, I condemn that sort of behavior. I'm a Christian first, and I really wish that he wasn't like that before he decided to be president. But he was like a playboy fanatic. He was like, you know what I'm saying? He was a billionaire, like a Tony Stark figure, Batman figure. Like,
Batman figure is so cringe.
what do you mean, bro? Billionaire, rich guy with playboy, like he got girls. That's not that cringe,
So
brother.
cringe.
Bro, what do you mean? When all the rap artists, this and that, have
You
videos
just tried
of
to
girls
call
and this
Trump
and that?
Batman and Tony Stark.
No, I'm saying the fact that like when you have money that way, he said the point of that conversation was like, "Yo, I have special access to these baddies," and you're talking about like little children. He never mentioned children. In fact, these are like probably beauty pageants with
The
like.
two 18-year-olds came out, so there were 4 girls as young as 15 years old in these changing rooms. Yeah, the beauty pageant were Miss USA and Miss Teen USA.
But he's not talking about that, bro. He's saying I'm going into changing rooms with like older women, like
He didn't specify their
porn
age,
stars.
and he didn't specify their age. And then the two 18-year-olds came out, so there were 4 girls as young as 15 years old in these changing rooms, and Donald Trump would barge in. So he said he engages in this behavior, and then it was also qualified by other individuals who talked about the fact that this happened.
Bro, why would something like this? Why wouldn't? Don't you think if they really had something on him that he wouldn't be president? Are we really gonna say
They
that our
do.
president
There
is
is
the
stuff on
greatest,
him, and
man?
he's still president, sir.
All those stuff that
Because
you're
you were
saying,
still
I'm
willing to
looking
vote for him. Like I just played you this clip, and then you just defended it. So that's why.
I defended it because it's a comedy podcast clip, bro. I'm not gonna take
Oh,
that
okay. So you
seriously.
think it's funny that he engaged in sexual exploitation?
No,
And by the way, you said you care about women, right?
no. I said I wish he hadn't said. I wish that he wasn't like that, bro. Because I really.
You
but
voted
not
for Trump
everyone-
because you're pro women, right?
I voted for the lesser evil, mate.
Yeah, he protects women the most, right?
As far as the sports stuff and the bathroom stuff, yes.
Yeah, but can you mention any particular way that he actually protected women in the context of sports?
Yeah, didn't he do like one of the first things he did was
That executive
ban-
order. And I asked you,
yeah.
can you name one person who's trans who was dominating women's sports, right? That was prevented from playing because of the fact that Trump passed this executive order.
off the top, no, but I'm sure there has been some.
There are no examples. There are literally 0 examples. I've been asking this question for a while. There are no examples. Okay, so you are not protecting women. Literally at all. Not at all. You're putting women at harm's way because you support a guy that has a history of harming women.
Listen, I would love to have been convinced to be a Democrat, but since you guys are so lunatic, so far radical, I can't do it, bro. That's why I had to go with the lesser evil. Yes, you're bringing up good points, Parker, but they're not bad enough for me to be like, you know what? Yeah, let's just burn the country down. No, bro, we need that structure.
Wait, when did I advocate to burn the country down?
That's what. No, that's what would have happened if.
No, it wouldn't.
That's damn near what happened with Biden and
No, it
Obama. Yes, it did.
No, it didn't. The country did not burn down under Biden and Obama. Come on.
How many people came flooded into our border through our borders? How many people, Parker?
There were less daily crossings on a daily average at the end of Biden's administration than the end of Trump's first administration. There were less crossings on a daily average at the end of the Obama administration, right? If you compare that to the Trump administration, there was 2 times increase in border crossings. And aren't you supposed to treat like people from foreign countries the same as you treat people native born to your country according to the Bible?
Well, if they follow the rules, it's different. I'm not saying to go out and hurt them, bro. I'm saying like, hey, man, you broke our laws. You gotta go
You
back.
don't care about Trump breaking our laws.
I do.
multiple times.
I do. I care about everyone breaking our
No,
laws.
but you'll still support him. Can you name one law that Kamala Harris broke?
Yeah, she. I don't know if this is a specific law, but she said like, "Oh, I could lock anybody up with the power of my pen."
Yeah, she didn't say that she can lock anyone up. She said specifically she can hold people accountable for the crimes that they commit. That's a lot of power, and with a lot of power comes a lot of responsibility. Nice job cutting her out of context, though, genius. That's not breaking a law. So tell us, name one law she broke.
One law she broke. I just think she did a lot of shady things. Didn't she like? I don't like slandering people, man. She did some terrible things that maybe could.
Thanks
be
for admitting it
lawful.
would be slander.
Yeah, it would be slander if I said something like she slept her way to the top. That would
Yeah,
be slander.
that's incorrect.
But it's not incorrect.
It is incorrect.
Why do people say that then?
Because they literally just want to slander her for no reason. You understand
She
that? You
did-
understand
you're
because
telling
it's literally because she's a woman. That's the reason. It's because of misogyny.
Misogyny.
It
I've heard
absolutely
that one
is.
before.
If you don't think it's because of misogyny, then you have your head in the sand.
No, I'm not saying it is or isn't, bro. I would listen.
It is.
I was like, okay, let me see what the. How could you? Is it misogyny to say I don't want a woman president?
Yes.
How is that misogyny, bro? Every
What about being a woman means you don't want them as a president? To me, that's definitely misogyny.
what okay, why should a person be president just because they're a woman?
No one's claiming they should be president just because they're women. They're claiming that women are qualified to be president. You saying you don't want a woman as president means every
No.
qualified woman you don't want as president.
I would want
That you would pick the unqualified man over the qualified woman, which I mean you did in 2024.
No.
You did pick an unqualified man over a qualified woman.
If there's a qualified woman and a qualified man, I would go with the qualified man just because of the extra points you get.
Oh, there he goes. You see what I mean? So let me give you an example. Let's say the man and the woman are 100% of the exact same qualifications, have the 100% the exact same policies. Who would you rather vote for?
Whoever's Republican.
They're both Republican.
They're both Republican. I will go with the male.
Why?
Because there are certain, like, for example, other countries might respect that leader more.
Let's say that the woman is respected more.
By other countries?
Yes.
Okay, so if the woman is actually respected more and not just like favored because, the woman we could take advantage, but actually genuinely respected, because you know how like other countries might want
genuinely
us to have
respected.
Okay, genuinely respected, then yes, in this crazy hypothetical, I'll go with the woman, but that's almost impossible.
Okay, well, can I tell you something? According to Pew Research, actually, according to an 18 to 24 country median, Donald Trump had a 33% confidence to do the right thing regarding international affairs amongst multiple of our allies, to around 24 of our allies on the median of that, comparative to Kamala Harris, right? She had a 55% confidence to do the right thing regarding international affairs, according to an 18 country median amongst most of our allies. So she actually was respected more.
Can I tell you something, Parker?
Go ahead.
Sometimes people want outside of America, want America to have weaker leaders because they could take advantage of them, get money from us. That's why they didn't want Trump. That's why you're saying they respected her more.
No, that's why Putin said that he prefers Harris.
Yeah, that's why Putin said it, right?
Yeah, it's the reason why he said he prefers Harris, because he actually wanted Trump.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Because
he actually wanted Trump because Trump he would get more from. Yeah.
Wait, he said he wanted Harris because
which means he actually wants Trump. And you want to know why we know he wants Trump? Because they literally tried to rig the elections just in support of Trump. They tried to influence the elections in support of Trump. They did that in 2016.
Are you with Ukraine or Putin?
Ukraine.
Russia. Oh, that explains a lot, bro.
Are you with Putin?
I just in that conflict, who's the aggressor? I'm with the defending side. No. You didn't see what happened today or yesterday?
You don't think Putin invaded Ukraine?
I think originally Zelensky initiated that conflict, and I don't know too much about
this guy's so fucking
Slavic.
stupid. No, Russia invaded Ukraine. What do you mean you think Zelensky started that? Go get a grip on reality.
Wait, hold on.
Russia annexed Crimea. Russia invaded the rest of Ukraine. It was not Ukraine that started the war. It was Russia. You're being ridiculous. You are brainwashed.
Wait, Russia could end it in a second.
You are literally brainwashed. No, they couldn't end it. That's why they're fucking losing.
Yeah, right.
Jamie, by the way, thank you for the $50 for thanks for being awesome. Sorry, DNC payment was late again. Stupid bills. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate the DNC payment. Sajad, thank you so much for the $1. Thank you very much for the DNC. And Xavier, thank you very much for the $2. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Let me make a critique about you, Parker, because honestly, I've been seeing you for... Okay, I've been seeing you for years. Let me make a critique about you. You had an opportunity. You sat down with one of the greatest minds of our generation, Jordan Peterson. Remember what you did with Jordan?
Sorry, I thought you were going to say Charlie Kirk. Sorry.
Oh, Charlie. No. Listen, I really feel for Charlie. I feel bad what they're doing to his wife right now because she has children.
Wait, just tell us what you're going to say about Jordan Peterson.
Dude, I'm saying you don't understand how blessed you are. You had a chance to sit down with the greatest mind of our generation, and
I'm going to be honest with you. Jordan Peterson was one of the dumbest people I've ever talked to in my life.
Are you serious?
I'm totally serious.
You have the audacity to say that?
Yeah, I do. I really do.
Genius. Dude, have you heard his vocabulary?
Maybe it was just his interaction with me. He was one of the dumbest people I've ever talked to. The response he gave me was a wipeout response. I'm not going to engage in hypotheticals. Like what, dude? That is the most white belt response I've ever seen in my life. I gave him an age-old hypothetical that is used in normative ethics all the time. Okay.
Which one was it?
Yeah,
Just
it's
remind me.
specifically the where you have a Nazi official go to your door and you have it's whether you lie or
Yeah,
not
would
in
you
the
lie,
circumstance
right?
to
Would you
save the
lie?
life
Yeah,
of the
yeah.
Jewish person. Obviously, you would
Yeah.
lie to save their life, but he won't
Yeah.
even engage with the
Dude,
hypothetical.
Parker. Okay, this is why I love watching you guys. So, okay, let me. I know
Oh,
I'm
you love
nobody.
watching me? You're a
I
fan?
do because it's like
Uh-huh.
you get these points out, bro. And like, here's the thing, bro. He literally told you I would do everything in my power to make sure I'm not in a
Yeah,
Nazi
that's the
fucking
white belt
world,
response. That's the
bro.
white belt response.
How? That's a great response, man.
No, it's not because you have to. That's purposefully him deflecting away from answering the question.
Wait, but you put him in a situation where he has to lie, right? But he's saying like,
It's either that you lie and you save the life of the Jewish person, or you don't lie and the Jewish person dies. Like literally,
yes,
that's what happens.
okay, it's clearly everyone would lie, but the point
But
he's
he
making
wouldn't
is,
answer. Wait, his question was that he wouldn't lie, or that's his point. He said he said in order to believe something, you have to be willing to stake your life on it. Which means if you are willing to say that something is the case, right, even when it's not, to save your life, then you didn't actually believe it, which makes no fucking sense. Like, for example, the hypothetical I gave him was a pen. There was a pen in front of me, okay? I said if someone put a gun to my head and said they were going to literally unalive me if I do not deny the pen's existence, would I deny the pen's existence? The obvious answer is yes, I would deny the pen's existence. But do I still believe the pen exists? Yes. By the way, you just got a misinformation flag, so I have to kick you, and I have to restart my stream because of you.